it goes without saying. Or does it? Do you really want to announce that you're going to empty your bladder? What if they ask where you're going? How will you answer? Well, you've got options. This is the second episode in my toilet trilogy. In it, I'll explain the polite ways, the impolite ways, and 39 silly ways to say that you're going to take a leak, as in urinating or going for a pee. My name is shorter than you might think. This is Good Bad English. Let's do this.
Mind the gap.
Parents will teach their kids to use the word we or pee when referring to the act of urinating. Henry Nico wee wee. You can use the term take a pee. Also, there is sprinkle, tinkle, and wiggle. Cute, no? Parents or children might need to distinguish if it's a pee or a poo that is due. For this, they can indirectly refer to it as a number one for something that is due from the front side, or a number two for something a little bit more complicated coming from the back side. One that I always use is an old term that the British still use to this day. We say, "Do forgive me, I need to go and spend a penny." This refers to the use of coin-operated locks on public toilets. Such locks were first introduced at the public toilets outside the Royal Exchange, London in the 1850s. Not so fun fact, the term was mostly used by women because men used the toilet free of charge. Let's assume there wasn't a sexist reason for that. These days, it will cost you a lot more than a penny to take a leak in a British public toilet. Interestingly, this term was used by a certain Brit way back in history. Shakespeare's Henry IV, Part 1, Act 2, Scene 1. Why? They will allow us, a Jordan. Never. And then we leak in your chimney, and your chamberlain breeds fleas like a loach. Theatre folk, call me. Here's another old but rarely used term. Women used to say, "I'm going to powder my nose." This is from the 1940s and refers to the ladies' toilets in restaurants or hotels. They might have gone to put powder on their nose, they might have gone for other reasons. Who are we to ask? Having said that, there was a time, like a full confession, that I kind of thought that women never urinated. Yeah, I was young. For women, when nature calls, which is a nice and polite term to use, women would go to water the flowers. Okay, so it was confusing for me because in toilets there were flowers, the dried aromatic flowers. As a child, I kind of thought maybe it was related to that. Anyways, all of these, and no doubt more, are the many polite ways in which you can say you're going to relieve yourself.
Mind the gap.
No surprise, there are many bad ways in which you can say you're going to take a piss. In fact, this term is one you can have a little fun with. I do it at every opportunity. If somebody tells you they're going to take a piss, you can reply with, "You've been taking the piss ever since I met you." By this, you are suggesting that they are always rude and kind of always looking to take advantage of a situation. Definitely use it. Another bad term that you will probably more likely hear in Britain is slash. To say you're going for a slash is just plain disgusting, so use it. No, don't use it.
Mind the gap.
I guess the following examples literally form the basis for what is known as toilet humour. Meaning vulgar language that is intended to be humorous. Something that this show is very much about. No, it's educational. If you are not that great with the English language, then many of the following terms might be a bit difficult for you to decode or understand as and when you hear them. Just kind of assume that anyone who stands up, says something poetic, makes a silly smile, and then walks off is going to the toilet. Here are 39 examples that I hope you never use. Let's begin with the word draining. So people might go and drain their anaconda, dragon, lizard, main vein, radiator, sleepy weasel, or one-eyed monster. Oh, by the way, for other words related to penis, check out another episode I did on that. Moving on. Make one's bladder gladder. I like that one. I'm going to use that. Give a DNA sample. Jimmy. I don't know what it is about the word Jimmy and penises or peeing, but I just find it revolting. Lift a leg. Of course, referring to the way that animals pee. Lower the water level. Pay the water bill. And here are some words using porcelain, related to the material used for the toilet bowl itself. So you can say that you are going to point Percy at the porcelain. Point the pink pistol at the porcelain firing range. Hose the porcelain. Or punish the porcelain. You might get up and say you are going to put out the fire. Or go release the pressure. You could also say you're getting up to go rock a piss, or just simply rock one. This next one is a popular culture reference. Maybe you would go to take a wicked yes. This is from the cartoon Family Guy, where one of the main characters uses the French word, or confuses the French word oui in French, that's yes, for oui as in urinate. A common yet indirect series of terms that you can use would be see a man about a horse, a dog, or if you're Australian, see a man about a wallaby. These are also used as ways to excuse yourself from a situation. Then there are terms related to the shaking of a hand. I guess it relates to holding a penis. So you could say I'm going to shake hands with an old friend. You could also say that you're going to shake hands with the president. Or shake hands with the vicar. And if you want to be funny, you could say you're going to shake hands with your wife's best friend. You get the theme, make up your own. American truck drivers apparently use the term squirt the dirt. You can get poetic by using the term siphon the python. One that I found that I really don't understand is to say that you're going to talk with grandma slowly. Why? Another strange one, troggle. Somebody explain that to me. You could also say that you're going to squeeze the lemon. Then there are examples related to paying a visit, such as visiting Uncle Charlie. You could also say that you're going to visit the urination station. So I guess with that you could say that you're going to visit any strange place and people will assume you're going to the toilet. Two kind of common terms are whiz and waz. Lastly, you could say that you are going to warm the bowl. Is that for pissing or shitting? I don't know. There are no doubt many more terms for saying that you're going to go and do a number one, and we need your help in finding them. Dear audience, share with us in the comments the terms that you think I've missed. Tell us what terms you use for urinating. And once again, this is my toilet trilogy. To learn about the many good, bad and stupid terms for toilet, check out the first in the trilogy. For other good, bad and ugly terms for doing a number two or taking a shit, be sure to check out the last in the series. And as always, if you enjoyed the video and you learned something new, be sure to hit the like button. For more of the same shit but slightly different, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for joining me, see you in the next one.